back. So this week I want to talk about Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. The Disney company has 2 theme parks, one on each coast. It started with Disneyland in California in 1955, and then Walt Disney World opened in 1971 with Magic Kingdom. So when you're talking about Magic Kingdom, that's everything that you think of when you think of Disney. It is the castle, it's Dumbo, Mickey Mouse and Friends, the princesses, quintessential Disney. From there, the Disney World Resort expanded to include Epcot in 1982. Epcot is comprised of 2 areas, Future World, which is currently being reimagined, so it will be multiple, the same area, they're just kind of rebranding, they're breaking it up into smaller areas. A lot of the fan favorites that we have come to love are staying. They're just kind of renaming the areas, kind of giving them a refresh. The backside World Showcase is still the same. It is comprised of 11 countries. Those countries are Mexico, Norway, Italy, Germany, America, Japan, Morocco, France, Canada, UK. I probably left one out. I always do. Originally, these countries were approached and the countries themselves came in and invested in the pavilions. So the pavilions themselves were designed to create an interface with people here in America to provide a little bit of a sample of that culture. So they would bring in, as time went on, international college program students to work in those particular countries. You can find food from those particular countries. So it's a great way to kind of be a first point of introduction for kids who maybe haven't been overseas yet, or adults who haven't gotten to visit international countries yet. From there, the next park to join the Walt Disney World Resort was Disney Hollywood Studios. It opened in 1989 as a working studio. You could go and you could see animators actually working on animated films. They would film shows there, such as the Mickey Mouse Club, so you would go, and Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake have both talked about how they spent time running around the Disney lot. They also had, there was a ride at the time called the Backlot Tour, so you could go and you could see actual props and sets, full sets from movies and shows. So over time though, that has evolved. It's no longer a working studio. Instead, they are branding themselves as a place where you can step into the movies. So most recently, they opened Galaxy's Edge, which is an immersive Star Wars themed land. They have also opened Toy Story Land, so it's like you're walking into Andy's backyard. Thrill rides are there. Kids absolutely love it because, I mean, they walk into Andy's backyard. What child doesn't want to be best friends with Woody and Buzz? So that opened in 1989. Disney was not finished with the Walt Disney World project. In 1998, they opened Disney's Animal Kingdom. This project was led by Joe Rohde. It is broken up into several lands, if you will, as well. Asia, Africa, Dino Land. Most recently, they have rethemed one area, now it's been many years, to Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar. It is called Pandora. It is incredibly immersive as well. There you can go in and ride on the back of an actual banshee. When the park originally opened, it focused its efforts on conservation efforts for animals and their habitats. So you will see some endangered animals, some species that are just kind of on the watch list, but it provides an opportunity for guests to interact with these animals. They have an African safari, they have walking trails, and along these walking trails you will find cast members who are incredibly informed about the species that you're viewing and their habitat and what Disney is doing for conservation efforts. There are, at every merchandise location, you can donate to Disney's Conservation Wildlife Fund. So in addition to the 4 major theme parks, Disney opened up 2 water parks, Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon. Those both have their own story. So for instance, Blizzard Beach, The backstory to it is that a freak snowfall came through and they built a ski resort. But of course, it is Florida, and once the climate change occurred, all of that melted, and so they have turned it into a water park with some remnants remaining from the ski resort. Typhoon Lagoon, there was a shipwreck. I mean, that one I think is pretty self-explanatory. One of the things I think that sets Disney apart from other theme parks is this theming, is this detail, it is the story. So they really want to immerse you in the story, and they do that with all of the details, from the walking paths. Those are going to look different based on what park you're in, what area of each park you're in. Lighting is going to be different. Music, smells, they pipe all of that in so that it is unique to the story that they are trying to tell. In addition, as they hire cast members, they immerse the cast members in that story. So when you're speaking with the cast members, they are helping to keep you in that storyline, and they are providing excellent customer service. They really do try to do what they can to fix any issues that may arise during your vacation. Disney did not stop at theme parks, water parks. They have a downtown entertainment district. It is now called Disney Springs. Here you can go bowling, you can catch a movie at AMC movie theaters. They have shopping, everything from Coach, UGG, to kid favorites like the Lego store, which have amazing Lego displays that are larger than life. World of Disney has everything that you can imagine Disney related. It has your ears, it has your Disney clothing, merchandise, all of those things. Harley Davidson for the guys. In addition, there are world-renowned chefs that have opened restaurants there. Chef Morimoto has opened Morimoto Asia. Chef Art Smith has opened Art Smith's Homecoming. You can also find quick snack places. Earl of Sandwich has a location there. Wetzel's Pretzels, Starbucks. The Coca-Cola store is down there, and they have an amazing rooftop bar experience that you can go down and experience and enjoy. If you have the men with you and they're not into shopping, they're not into dining, Walt Disney World does have 4 golf courses. You can reserve a tee time. Your travel advisor can do that for you. You are able to rent golf clubs, golf carts, everything that you need is there. So that is kind of the entertainment portion of Walt Disney World. However, let's not leave the women out of this. We talked about men and golfing. There's also spa locations at Disney World. Most of those are going to be located at the Walt Disney World Deluxe hotels, but they are full-service spas, hydrotherapy, massages, pedicures, manicures. Y'all forgive my talking. I haven't finished my coffee this morning. Disney has over 20 hotels, and they range everywhere from these deluxe hotel experiences, which the rooms are a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer, pools are a little bit nicer, they have hot tubs, that sort of thing, where you can really, the resort itself is an experience. All the way down, they have moderate hotels all the way down to value hotels. So kind of your just basic hotel room, there's a pool, there's a food court. The great thing about these value hotels is that they have larger than life theming. So your kid walks in and I mean there is a larger than life 101 Dalmatians or a larger than life Mr. Potato Head. So the kids absolutely love these resorts. I love the value resorts. I love Pop Century, which is one of the value resorts, because it sits on the skyline. So it's easy access to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. So just because we say the word value doesn't mean that it is a less than experience. So that is one thing that a travel advisor can walk through you with, is which type of accommodation might be best for your family and the type of vacation that you want to experience. One thing that I did not mention is Harry Potter. So Harry Potter is not part of the Disney catalog. You will find that it is owned, or not owned, it's licensed by another company, and they do have a theme park where you can go and experience the immersive world of Harry Potter, but that is not Walt Disney World. The Walt Disney World catalog includes, of course, all things Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, Avatar, Avengers, but because of their licensing and everything with Avengers, you really experience that more on Disneyland than Walt Disney World. So you might find little touches of it at Walt Disney World, but Disneyland, of course, has the Avengers campus. I just really feel like that most people are not aware of how large Walt Disney World is, and the fact that Walt Disney World is always evolving and changing. So the parks aren't staying stagnant. They introduce new things, they refurbish rides, change things up, and so that is how come you are able to go so often. It is almost impossible to experience everything that the Walt Disney World Resort has to offer. So it has a little something for everyone. You want to look at Walt Disney World as being a buffet where it has all of these offerings, and you want to plan out your trip ahead of time to decide, okay, we want to enjoy this and this and this. This is going to appeal to us, that not as much. And then that way you tailor your Walt Disney World vacation to yourself rather than just walking in and trying to do it all. The fabulous thing about a Walt Disney World vacation is that it is great for a multi-generational trip. So grandma, grandpa, 2-year-old Susie, everyone can go experience things together. That's what Walt Disney envisioned when he first created Disneyland, is he wanted people to be able to experience attractions together rather than mom and dad having to sit on the sidelines and watching the kids experience things. So you won't find a whole lot of thrill coasters. You'll find 1 or 2 at each park, but because those have height requirements and health concern issues, the parks aren't flooded with those. So this is a great vacation for making those family memories as a family unit. For sure want to consider how you are going to get around Walt Disney World property. Walt Disney World Resort is about the size of Manhattan. People refer to it as that, a little larger. If you stay at a Walt Disney World Resort, they offer free transportation to anywhere on their property. So if you want to go to Epcot, Magic Kingdom, any of the theme parks, Disney Springs, any of the water parks, they have transportation, free transportation provided for you. Many people want to choose to stay off property at a hotel, rent a house. That's fine. Orlando does have public transportation. Some of the area hotels do offer free shuttles to Disney. Maybe it's just 1 shuttle in the morning, 1 shuttle in the evening. So it's not always conducive to families who maybe aren't planning on spending all day in the parks. I always encourage, if you are going to stay off property, have a car available. You want to be able to drive yourself and have control of your transportation to ensure that you are where you want to be when you want to be there. As far as whether or not a Walt Disney World Resort vacation is right for you, I think a Walt Disney World vacation is right for everyone. It does require planning. That doesn't mean that you have to do the planning, but it does mean that you want to use someone who is well versed in Walt Disney World and all of their policies and procedures as those change, so that they can get you the best experience for your family that's possible. So that is Walt Disney World in a very brief nutshell. It may not have seemed brief, but a very brief nutshell. I look forward to visiting with you some more about Walt Disney World, the things that you might need on your vacation, how to go about planning your vacation. If you're considering a vacation to Walt Disney World, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me at jingle@kingdomdestinations.com. I'll be more than happy to get you a no obligation quote. Travel advisors are not paid by you. They are paid by the company that we are booking for. So in this case, Walt Disney World would give me a commission on that. I absolutely love giving quotes, helping people figure out how a Walt Disney World vacation would be best for them. And I will see you again next week.